So what is unique property of life? What does distinguish living organisms from something which is not living and even very complex things? When I usually asked people from that, the very first knee-jerk reaction was procreation. Well, but that's not the right answer, definitely, because robots can assemble new robots and computer programs can write new computer code. Chemical reactions and chemical composition, also not right. You can put all those proteins and lipids and carbohydrates into laboratory flask. Or think when humans or animals die, at the very moment of death, next seconds, there is no dramatic changes in chemistry in the body, but life is not there anymore. When we think about that, my conviction is that the answer of uniqueness is in the realm of mathematics. And let me explain why. Everything in the universe, every system is either probabilistic or deterministic. Quantum physics definitely is probabilistic. We know that. You never can tell where exactly the electron is located. There is a wave function which describes the probability of location of that electron in the roughly over here. And the same with every particle. But when we go to macro world, the statistical application to this zillions of elementary particles, each of them is probabilistic. It converges to some exact location. That's why even though I don't know where each proton electron is located, my phone is safely here on the table, not jumping around. Why? It's the same thing like your insurance company does not know your health condition exactly, and health condition of every American person, but in general, it has a picture of the society health condition. Statistics, application of large numbers to many individual elements gives the exact picture. And that's how it works in the whole universe. It's mathematics. When you take many probabilistic elements, step up from it, abstraction to the next level will give you deterministic picture. And there is this dichotomy in the universe. The micro world is probabilistic. The macro world is all deterministic. It's like balls on the pool table. They roll, and if you know the momentum of each of them, you can calculate exact position in the past or in the future. Planets, all objects, the wind, everything around us is deterministic. But here is the danger of that picture, because it looks that new information is not created in such a universe. Or it does, because we definitely can understand that chemical reactions within our bodies are also deterministic. Chemical reactions are always deterministic. That's how chemistry works. But we produce new information. We produce new books. We produce new speeches, new ideas, new fights, everything. We produce new data. So it looks like living organisms are exception in this picture. Living organisms bring new information to the universe on macro level. And in this sense, life is something which dramatically changes the universe. Without life in the universe being the highest level of abstraction, not abstraction, but the highest level of picture of everything what exists, universe will be always deterministic, like a clockwork mechanism. Everything in the future can be calculated from the past. So the Big Bang pretty much has all information which ever will exist in the universe. When Creator introduced life into the universe, he disrupted this dead picture of the whole universe. So we are actually the ones who bring new information to the whole universe, make it more interesting, more surprising, and we allow universe to grow, not just by space and time, but grow in the dimension of information which exists in the universe. Otherwise, the information will not be created new. It will be just like with energy. It always changes the form, but the amount of energy doesn't change. So we are injecting new data into information, but creating of new information is possible only through creating random numbers, because every information pretty much can be boiled down to numbers. So it looks to me that the distinctive property of life is ability to generate random numbers on macro level. And that's how living organisms are distinct from non-living. Another implication of that is that we then can create new information which contradicts to will of the creator. That's where sin comes from, but that's a very different discussion.